In this video, we're gonna go through a lower body stretching routine. You're gonna need a pull-up style band. If you don't have one, you can also use a large bath towel. Now, based on my experience, stretching is kind of like an afterthought for many people, but it's actually really, really important, especially after you work out, especially after if you're gonna lift a lot of weight. Stretching is great to help prevent injury. It's great to help you increase your range of motion. And I think most important of all with stretching is that it keeps you loose. So this way, it keeps your muscles from tightening up and creating potential unbalance in your body. So let's get that band or that towel and follow along. And we're gonna go through a lower body stretch routine. And if you want an upper body stretch routine, you can check out our other video where we go through the upper body, and you can also combine the two videos together. All right, this first one is one of my favorites. You could do this, like I said, with your band, with the bath towel. You actually don't need any of them, but it's just nice to have. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your band or bath towel, you're gonna wrap it around one foot, you're gonna lay the other leg flat, you're just gonna lie down, you're just gonna pull this leg straight to you as far as you can, and just hold it. You wanna avoid pulsating like that, because you don't wanna overstretch your tendons and ligaments and potentially cause an injury. So you're just gonna hold it. A lot of times with stretches, you wanna hold for at least 30 seconds. Now, during any time in this video, you can always hit pause and just do these stretches and then hit play, and then we'll move on to the next stretch. So after you've done 30 seconds, you're just gonna release the tension, and then we're gonna switch the band over to the other foot. Keep that leg straight, right? Try not to flex the knee, but don't lock your knee either, right? Just keep it nice and straight and pull, and you should feel that stretch right here in your hamstrings. Now, one of the best things about this stretch in comparison to doing something similar, like when you're standing up and you're trying to reach down for your toes, is it takes the pressure off the lower back. So if you have any kind of lower back pain and you want to stretch out your hamstrings, this is definitely one I highly recommend. After you're done holding 30 seconds, we're gonna put the band back on the first foot. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take that band, we're gonna hold on to it, but then we're gonna rotate our leg across our body, and then we're gonna rotate our upper body in the opposite direction, right? This stretch right here is gonna hit our glutes right here. Hold that stretch for 30 seconds. I may not mention the time for each stretch that's gonna be coming up, but you wanna try to hold every stretch here in this video for at least 30 seconds. After you held that for 30 seconds, go ahead and come on up. Our next stretch, we're gonna be up on one knee. Now what you're gonna do is you're gonna have your lead foot slightly more open. You're gonna grab that back foot and you're gonna put your elbow on the front thigh. And then you're gonna shift your hips forward. Now when you grab that back foot, try to pull it close to your butt. And from here, you're gonna push your hips forward, right? Not necessarily leaning forward, but pushing the hips forward, pulling the foot close to the glutes. Hold that for 30 seconds. Remember, you can hit pause anytime in this video, and then do the exact same on the opposite side. Our next one, we're gonna go into the frog stretch. So with this one, we're gonna spread our knees as far apart as you can, right? You can lift your knees, spread them apart. Then afterwards, you're gonna kind of walk your hand forward, and from there, you're gonna gently push your hips down and look up. So you should feel a stretch right here, right across your groin. All right, after you held that for 30 seconds, go ahead and come on up. Our next stretch we're gonna go into is gonna be the pigeon. So you're gonna fold one leg in front of you, extend the other leg back, and then first we're gonna go into a low pigeon, and this is really gonna stretch out your glutes. And then from that low pigeon, after you held it for 30 seconds, we're gonna come up into a high pigeon. Once you've held that for 30 seconds, we'll do the same on the other side. Final stretch, we're gonna be focusing on our calves. With this, I'm gonna be using my squat rack. You can also use the wall. You could use the leg of a table, a chair, anything will do. You're gonna get your heel as close to the corner as you can. Now afterwards, what's most important is you wanna actually push your hips forward, and you do that by coming up on your toes on that back foot to allow you to push your hips forward, and you're gonna feel this stretch right in your calves. Good, remember once you held that for 30 seconds, switch over to the other foot. As a reminder, get that heel as close to the base as you can. Using that back foot again, use the toes to push your hips forward. Right, and that's what's really gonna create that stretch in your calves. Good job for stretching today. Like I covered earlier in this video, stretching is super important. All you have to do is just commit 10 to 15 minutes a day. As long as you stay consistent, you will see drastic changes, not only in your performance, but just in your daily life.